Welcome to the Babe You've Got This podcast. My name is Kim Kent. I'm so excited for you to be listening in today. I am a sales-based business coach. I specialize in mindset, and I'm also an online business professional and network marketing professional. I love to help ambitious women who feel stuck, unclear, and tired of not getting results to achieve the skills to build a 6+ figure business and overcome all the BS that is holding them back from genuinely achieving the goals that they desire. I do this via my transformational and unique coaching experiences, plus you get all the free goodness from tuning into my podcast. I'm all about empowering and inspiring women, so I really hope that this episode today gives you so much value, so much inspiration, and gets you to think greater. If you'd love to learn more about me and check out my offerings, you can visit my website, www.kimkent.com.au. Otherwise, sit back, relax, tune in, and I really hope you enjoy this episode today. Oh, hi there. Welcome back. I was about to say good morning, but you might be listening to this in the afternoon or the evening, but I am recording this in the morning. I hope you're having a beautiful day, end of your day, week. We are a few weeks out from Christmas and New Year's, which after the year that has happened this year, I couldn't be more looking forward to it. At the same time as, holy shit, it's the end of the year. Every single year I keep proving to myself that as you get older, time just goes faster, I swear. I used to always say this a couple of years ago as I was, in my late 20s, and I was like, far out, I swear Christmas is always around the corner. I swear telethon is every second weekend. For those of you who don't know what telethon is, if you're not in Australia, it is one of the biggest money-raising weekends for children, for sick children. It's a Perth, I should say that in my head I had Australia, but it's a Perth-based charity and fundraiser. But yeah, I always joke about that. I swear when we're old, when we're oldies, when we're, in our retirement years, that it literally will feel like Christmas is every second weekend. But anyway, I'd love to know if you can relate to that. It's not just me going crazy over here. So last week, I got on a bit of a rant, and I know it was a rant, but it's something I am so passionate about, and I don't expect everyone to agree with me or like what I have to say, but I just feel like that message needed to be sent, and just to get people thinking, or I would just love to keep helping people just think greater than beyond their current limiting beliefs or limiting a lack of education around things, just so I guess they can just release the hate or release more hate in their life. Like I know we go through it. Hate is inevitable. You kind of like without hate or dislike. I know hate's a strong word, but however you want to interpret it, like it's a part of life, but don't we feel better when we have less of it in our life? So this week, as promised, this is the last episode for the year actually, and this is something so profound that I absolutely love talking about and working with my one-on-one clients and with my coaching groups. So if you didn't know, I do work one-on-one with beautiful women, ambitious women. We do a lot of life coaching and business coaching, because at the end of the day, a lot of my clients who come to me with business challenges, we look at their life, and the chaos is in every other part of their life, which is why it's reflecting in their business. And then I have people who come in, they're like, oh, I need my life sorted. And I actually look at and see if they're in business, where the congruencies or the incongruencies are, and we shape that up. But I actually have a few clients who aren't in business, and they're just like, Kim, I need you in my life. I need you to help sort out my life. And I'm like, right, let's do this. And we work on their relationships, with their sexual relationships, their money relationships, their relationship with themselves, and we just get all organized, and it's incredible. So it's been such a beautiful year doing that and helping so many women. and also launching a coaching course to help women with their money. So we're at week 4. We're coming into week 4, which has been amazing. And I'm going to rerun this course once I have Bub. So March, April-ish time next year. So just to give you a little heads up, if you missed out on the first intake of the Her Divine Riches course, it's been amazing. I'm literally helping women set up a wealth principle system so they can have a better relationship or an incredible relationship with money, remove all the BS, remove the stress, remove the anxiety, and neutralize the emotions around money. Because at the end of the day, if we're emotional about money, that's what causes all the mayhem in our head and in our life. So it's such a beautiful process. It took me a few months to set up, but once it's done, it's absolutely changed my life and my husband's life. So that's happening. And we're going to launch, I'm about to launch a beautiful coaching for network marketers. So if you are in network marketing and you're listening, like, keep following. It's taken a lot longer than expected because it's high quality coaching that is going to be at your fingertips very soon. There's been a lot of back end stuff like website, online membership, course creation, all of this stuff. And I couldn't be more proud to be able to bring this to you guys. So actually, if you are listening to this before the 16th of December 2021, please send me a message. I'm running a free webinar for network marketers, the 3 secrets to a successful network marketing business. It's not the 3 secrets you would expect. Most of us in network marketing, when we have that side to our business, the training we get usually teaches us and helps us understand network marketing and how to do it, but it doesn't actually really teach us the behind the scenes on how to genuinely sell, the mindset side, having the actual plan and execution that's specific to your wants and your needs and your goals in your business and who you are as a person, how it aligns that way. So we're going to go over that. So send me a message on Instagram and say, I'd love to be part of your free MLM or network marketing, whatever you want to call it, webinar, and I'll add you in. It's my little gift for the end of the year. Let's get onto it. Went on a few tangents, but keeping you all in the loop. So heading into 2022, I'm excited for this year. It's angel numbers 222. And how cool is this? My baby's due end of Feb. February is the 2nd month. She's due on the 25th, but I'm praying that she comes on the 22nd, because how amazing is that birth date? All 2s. I literally would have a little angel. Well, if she's anything like me, I'm sure she's not going to be a little angel to me, but one can only dream. I really hope that she's born on that day, or the 2nd of Feb, which is early, but still within a safe time, because that's just a cool birthday. But I know those of you listening who are mums, you're just laughing at me like, yes, you don't get any control over that. I know, but it's nice to be delusional and wishful sometimes. So heading into this year, it's a year of collaboration. Guys, we've gone through a destruction phase in life. Life runs in cycles: build, maintain, destroy, build, maintain, destroy. It is the physics of life. It is the cycle. It is the flow. It's just what happens. So in your business, you need to be really aware that you go through build, maintain, destroy phases. And after the destroy, what happens? The build. What does happen is people in business expect it to always be in build phase, build phase, build phase. So when the maintain, so the stop of momentum, and when the destroy phase, when things seem to be going backwards, happens, like the winter seasons of business, they quit. They think they're doing something wrong, but it's just the cycle. So as a whole, as a world, we've gone through the destruction phase over the last 2 years, and we're definitely heading back into the build phase, the year of collaboration. Things are energetically going to start to, like, the awareness is rising. You can see it around you. Intelligence is arising. People are uniting, all of this stuff. So just be really conscious of it. But you also want to make sure that as you're heading into 2022, that you are damn well clear on what it is you do, what business you're actually in, why you are here, why it is you do that, Why, like this, down to the nitty gritty, like emotional, that little girl inside of you, why you do what you do and how it is you do it. So what happens in business? So I learned this process through my coaching course, through the Evolve coaching at MJB seminar. So I'm going to share with you my version of from when I learned this and did this process and gained incredible epic clarity in my business that I'm in. I took it to the next level, and all I've seen since that is I've been attracting in more people who want to work with me, more ideas, more a simpler execution. Like seriously, it's an epic thing to do, but I've condensed it and made it in a simpler form because it's a heavy process. Well, I guess it's not heavy. I found it heavier, but because I'm very resistant to doing things that feel like homework. That's just me. But it was really powerful, but I've condensed in a way, and this is what I now work with my beautiful clients. I take them to the next level with this process, and I'm going to share it with you to get thinking. And I will say, like, you can do as much of it on your own. The more accountability and help you get with this, the better the outcome. But I want to share with you just to get you thinking going into your new year, making sure you're aligning yourself with everything that needs to be aligned so you can actually get the results that you want. You can actually see that vision that you have coming into fruition. You're becoming visionary. I've talked about this in a previous podcast anyway. So I digress. There's 4 things that you want to be really clear on. Your what, your why, your who, your how. And yeah, it sounds simple. But I want you to start thinking, like, what is the business you are actually in? For example, I am not in the coaching business. One would think you are. I'm not in the coaching business. It's so wishy-washy. What is the business I'm actually in? The business I am actually in is helping ambitious women. Well, actually, I don't want to give away too much. I help, the what part of my business is, I help you create a 70% conversion rate and learn the skills of a 6+ figure business whilst breaking out from the old limiting beliefs, as I like to say, the old shit. It's not as professional to say that. That's holding you back, that's sabotaging you, that's keeping you capped with that glass ceiling. So that's the business I'm in. Now, why I do what I do, I'll share all mine. And then I'll tell you then the processes that you want to start thinking about, journaling on, so on and so forth. Why I do what I do. Because I saw my mum and my dad to do the same thing, but in a different way, trap themselves and settle into jobs that do not fulfill them and do not give them the freedom and happiness that they want, just so they can earn money to create financial stability. So I saw them give up on their happiness and freedom just to make money, which absolutely breaks my heart. Because if I look at it, all they were trying to do was provide for us kids and give us a life of happiness and freedom. But me and my brother, I say us because I grew up with my little brother. And do you genuinely think when we looked at our mum and dad, our king and queen, the people we love the most, working their ass off, hating their job just to make ends meet, do you genuinely think my brother and I felt happiness and freedom from that? Like, I can look back on my life and, I was a very privileged child. But the emotion that I remember going back is constant struggle, strain, resistance, like imprisonment in a sense of like lack and scarcity. So as much as they were working their ass off, what they were trying to create, it never was created. So I do what I do because I never want to have to settle just to earn money. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. And you can have your cake and eat it too. I want the happiness, the freedom, and the income. And I'm a walking, talking example of this. I've been able to already create this. And now I have a bub due, my little girl. She's due in a few months. I am so pulled and driven and motivated and inspired and all the words to show her that, you know what? Mummy created her happiness and her freedom and money too. She didn't settle. She didn't trap herself. She didn't give up or sacrifice her happiness and freedom. She made it happen. She made it possible. It wasn't this or that. She could have both. And I know there are so many women out there. I've got the friends, I've got the clients, I've talked to them, I've seen them who are in the same position where they've had to give up happiness, a portion of their happiness and freedom just to make money, and they don't know how. They don't know how to get what it is they want. So that's why I do what I do. And who is that I work with? I work with the ambitious woman. She doesn't have to be already in business, but she's ambitious. She's hungry. She's got a yearning for something bigger than a mediocre life. She doesn't want to settle, but she feels unclear. She feels a bit stuck. She's sick of not getting results. She tries and then it doesn't happen. She tries, doesn't happen. So they're the person. That's the person that I work with, because I used to be that woman, and it's a shitty place. Because you feel like you're just in constant dream state, constant waiting, and you're like, why isn't my reality the way that I envision or hope or wish it to be? Like, there's a gap. So that's who I work with, and how I do it is through my unique and transformational coaching experiences. So women can work with me one-on-one as a coach, as their life business mentor, coach, whatever you want to call it, because, you know, we all have different names. We all do the same thing in a way. Mine's very, very specific to breaking limiting beliefs and adding in the quantum physics side of life coaching and business coaching and all of that sexy, well, I call it sexy, might not be sexy stuff. And I also have group coaching platforms. Like, I do it with my free podcast. You get all this goodness. The content I share. I'm writing a book. Cannot wait for that to be done. I'm obviously a better speaker than a writer, so it's taking me a bloody long time to get it together, but it's happening. And I also have my network marketing business, which is a platform for the ambitious woman who's like, I really want to work for myself. I want to empower myself. I want to have my own income from home, but I don't want to have to build a whole traditional online or traditional business. So then they can choose to work with me and use my business blueprint and my business system. And I'll give you a little hint right now. I'm launching Her Empowered Co. Little soft launch. This is going to come into 2022, and it's a space for women who want to earn at least an extra $500 residual income, just to bridge that or buffer that income gap every month, with incredible and insightful business mentorship, the whole blueprint, everything set up. They just join and they learn, and I mentor them. So that's another how I do it. So the reason I share that with you is because I'm really fucking clear on what it is and why it is I do what I do, what is it that I do, and how I do it, and who I'm working with. But you have to go through a certain process to get really clear on this, because I can guarantee if you're listening, you're like, oh yeah, but I kind of do know all of that. But do you ever find that when people ask you what is it you do, like it changes, or you feel like, oh, I could be a bit more specific, or you want to say all these things, all encompassing. Like, I do empower women, but I also do this and I also do that. And also, at the end of the day, we all do it all, right? But we niche in one thing. Like, I know for a fact, my certainty is greater than any of your doubt that I can teach you the skills for a 6+ figure business. So you can earn over 6+ figures annually, that you can create a business. I know for a fact, because I've learned the skills. I'm a master of these skills, so I can teach them. So that my promise is huge. I know how to have a 70% conversion rate. I do have a 70% conversion rate. So 7 out of 10 people say yes to me because they want what I can teach them. Now, how would you love to have in your business a 70% conversion rate? So they're my big promises. I know I can do that. But at the same time, I help women gain their confidence, believe in themselves, ditch the limiting shit, getting rid of all that emotional stuff, have the certainty, create the freedom, feel that importance and significance, ditch the self-doubt, all of the things, manage their time, earn more income. I help them with all of that. So I understand when you're like, yeah, but I do all that too. But you got to be really clear on your big promise, what it is that you're actually here to do. And the thing is with this, guys, like what happens in business, especially us women, is when we decide to start a business or whatever it might be to start, I guess the best way to explain it is starting your own business, working for yourself. We go straight to the how. And I used to do this. Like the how do I do what I do? How? Oh, I'm a coach. I'll coach people. Oh, I'll make this program. Oh, I'll join this business. Oh, I'll use this network marketing business system blueprint. And then you get confused and overwhelmed because there's all these different ways that you want to help people because you're focused on the how first. When you're focused on the what, when you're clear on the what, you can have 10, 20, 40, 50, 100 different hows of how you do that. Right now, I have a handful of different hows and I choose which one I run with at what time so I don't get overwhelmed and I can actually hit the goals that I personally have whilst genuinely making that impact on other people's lives. So, what business are you actually in? What is the business you're actually in? So here I'm going to give you some questions. So you might want to make a note of the time if you're listening to this in the car or while you're walking and you can't take notes or whatever. Make a note of the time I'm saying this so you can come back to it. But what you want to ask yourself is, so what business am I actually in? So what are the physical, tangible, measurable things or outcomes that my client would get from me or my customer would get from me? So what are the physical, tangible, measurable outcomes that my client would get from me? And just start brainstorming them down, jot them down. Very powerful question. Now, if you notice what comes up, especially if you're in the coaching space like me, I help women have more confidence. How can you measure that? So anything like confidence, belief, all of that stuff, notice that it's an emotional thing and just chuck that over on a different list. Like you can still write it down if it comes up, but just put it maybe at the bottom of the page or on the next page where you're writing this down. Have a little thing like emotional outcomes. So that's okay. Don't worry. But I don't want to give away the answers for this for you because if I'm doing it for you, you're not going to connect yourself. But my first thing, I was just like, shit, I'm in the coaching business. I really help women. It's like mindset because business is 80% mindset. But everything to do with mindset, I help them create more clarity. That's emotional. It's not like how can I measure your clarity compared to someone else's clarity? It's not a tangible thing. And then I realized, well, what do people get when they work with me? I help them make more money. Boom, you can measure money. Now, if I just made a promise to you, I help you earn more money. If I help you earn an extra $1 in a 6-month period of working with me, technically I have achieved that promise. But are you going to feel satisfied that I've just helped you make an extra $1? No. So that outcome it's an outcome, but it's not juicy and specific enough. But that's where you want to start. So I started with more money. All right. And then other things, I'll give you one more, but it depends what the business is that you're in. You might be in a service-based business, a product-based business that people get a physical product, right? More time because you can measure time, but really you cannot give someone more time. Everyone has the same amount of time in the day. You physically cannot give more time. However, I know I can help my clients create more balance in their life so they have more time to do the things that actually light them up. Again, that's mine because my clients, whatever lights them up is different. But you might be in, actually one of my clients, I know she won't mind sharing this, that she's about to launch her business for mums. And this beautiful space, this container for helping mums really become the most conscious, connected parent. And one of her things is to help mums have more quality time with their family. How specific is that? And I know if you're a mum listening, you're like, fuck, I'd love more quality time with my family. Because the thing is, everyone has the time there, but we've got to get the help to rearrange and organize our life and our time so we can have the flexibility and the freedom to then spend the time in the choice that we want rather than the things we have to do. So can you see how you got to get really specific on what are the outcomes? What are the physical, measurable outcomes that your client or customer gets? I'll share another example. With my beautiful network marketing business, I work with a whole food nutraceutical product. And I know for a fact, because it's even backed by science, specific science to the product, that your systemic inflammation reduces. So what business if I was just talking specifically about the product that I do sell as well and recommend, one of the things, what business am I in? I'm not in the business of selling a health supplement. What is one of the functional or physical outcomes? Systemic I'm trying to get my words now. Systemic inflammation is reduced. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I can literally go get the numbers by what percentage, the percentage range it's reduced. But it significantly supports a healthy immune system. And you can measure that. You can measure that by, it reduces oxidative stress in the body. This product does. You can measure that in the body. It's been measured and backed by science, which is why I've been, in the last 8 years, had so many people recommend health products to me, and it does not beat the one that I use, because none of either they don't have clinical research specific on that product in human bodies, or if they do, the outcome isn't as grand and as significant as the product I use. So why would I change? Anyway, can you see how there's epic clarity in what functional and physical outcome that product serves the customer, serves me, serves the customer? So if you're a product-based business, what are the physical outcomes, the measurable outcomes your customer is getting from your product? So write it all down. The reason, some of you might find this really easy, some of you, like myself, found it quite challenging, because I felt like there was more emotional outcomes than physical measurable outcomes. But once I got to it, it was like boom, these light bulbs went off. I'm like, of course I do that. Of course I do that. I just didn't join the dots. So then what you want to do is, once you've got your list of your measurables, that list there, you want to go and pick one, and you want to go and write down or look at all of them. You can start with one at a time. And you just want to write down how are other ways that your client and customer can receive that. Like, for example, mine was make more money. Okay, well, they can go get a job. They can go take a loan out. They could go do a free online course. They could read a book. They could borrow money from family members. They could get really restrictive with their budget. They are all different ways, if you did any of them, that you would be able to make more money. So different ways other than working with me. And then what I did is I wrote a pros and cons list for all the different ways. So I did pros first. Cheaper, instant gratification, it's quicker. If you got a loan, you get it straight away. All these pros, and I wrote all these cons. And then now write the cons of it. Well, no accountability, more debt, more pressure to, there's lack of, if you go get a job, you're giving up time. Doing a free money course or reading a book, there's no accountability, self-doubt. So I found all these cons, and then what you want to do with that is, when you found the cons in the alternatives of how people can get those outcomes from you, right? You've just established how you are different and how you are unique. So for me, I know for a fact all those other ways for people to earn more money compared to how I help them, there is fuck all accountability, and I am the accountability queen. So I know for a fact, I can promise that. It's amazing. I won't go into too much depth because I want you, this is not about what I've done. I want you getting thinking for yourself. And then you also, from this information, right, you also want to make sure you've looked at the emotional needs. So you've jotted some stuff down, because when you're doing the first task, some emotional outcomes came up. So go have a look at them. And what you want to do is, you want to go out of all those needs that you fulfill, those emotional needs or emotional outcomes, Which ones lack the most in your industry? So, for example, with coaching, I was like, oh, but I feel like coaching, oh yeah, it does emotionally help everyone with all their needs. But then if I think about the need of like significance and importance, and if I think about, okay, compared to other coaches, does the coaching industry help every client feel significant? And I'm like, well, it depends who you coach with. Boom, straight away my answer. There's a lack there. And like, do the clients in coaching actually feel heard and unconditionally loved? Oh, depends who you work with. There's a lack there. Does coaching help people feel connected? Yeah, you know what, 100%. Because it's either one-on-one help or group help. Can you see how I'm going through the different emotional needs and what it's giving my clients and seeing if there's a lack in the industry or if it's a solid? And you want to find where the lack is because you want to bridge that gap. If you work with me, it is not about me. It is not about, oh, I'm this fancy coach and I'm amazing and I've done all this stuff and I'm so successful. Is that really going to help you shift the needle? Fuck no. You know, when it's not about me. When people work with me, when my clients work with me, fuck, I help them feel so unconditionally loved because I help them create unconditional love for themselves, feeling so accepted where they are right now. No matter how much of a failure they perceive that they are or how far behind or no matter where they are on their journey, they don't have to be a certain success level to be able to get ahead. Wherever they are right now is absolutely perfect and exactly where they need to be. And I work with that. So I know I'm bridging that gap. I'm helping with that need because if there's other coaches out there who don't do that, and that's why their clients finish the course with them. And yeah, they learned some stuff, but they're not getting results because they never felt accepted exactly where they were at the first place. Now, I'm not saying that no other coach does this. And if you're a coach, this is really good information, right? So anyway, I'm just getting you thinking. So now from this section, from everything you've written down, you can work out what is the business you're actually in. Get really fucking clear. What is it that you give people? What is that measurable result? All right, so there's something to plot on. Then you want to know your why you do what you do. You literally want to write down, this is a simple 7-step process. Write down why it is you do what you do. Then under that, why is that important? Why was what you wrote down at number 1 important? Then you've written that down, so that's your second line or second bit. Then go, why was that important? Keep asking yourself, why is that important? Until you get to that point. You can also ask yourself, what was it? This is my go-to question. What was the little girl inside of you? Every dude listening, the little boy, but you know, babe, you've got this is a women's focused podcast, but the little girl, that little kid inside of you, what is it that she saw or that she lacked or that what was missing from her childhood? And this is what drives you now. What is it? Why is it so important for you to do what you do? Obviously, as I said, my initial why is I want more flexibility and freedom and happiness. Why is that important? Why do I want that? And it got all the way down to, I was like, shit, because I saw my heroes, the people I looked up to the most, completely sacrifice their ambitions and give up certain things just to make money. And then their life isn't fulfilled. Yeah, it really hit me. When I did this, I actually cried. I was like, oh my God, like the little girl cried in me. I'm really fucking clear on why I keep going. And you want to be clear on your why, because do you know what, babe? You are going to have days where you want to give up. You don't want to get out of bed. You want to throw in the towel. Emotions running wild. Or you have things like this week, we've had our nan have a stroke, and there's no other way to put it, but she's dying. Every day she surprises us, and she's still here. But every day they make her more and more comfortable. So I had that this week. What a huge distraction. But I know why I do what I do. Now, I'm not saying I'm being ignorant to the life challenges and grief and all that's happening. But when I think about it, it's not actually stopping me. Like, because I connect in why I do what I do. When I'm feeling shit and unmotivated, I think about why and what my bigger vision is and what my vision is for my little girl and my future family and all of that stuff. And that's what keeps me going no matter how hard it gets. So you need to be clear on your why. And then next, we have who. Who is it? Who is your ideal client? If you want to help everyone, the more you try and help everyone, the more you'll help no one. You've got to be clear. I only want to work with ambitious women. I thought I wanted to work with all women. And do you know what I got? I attracted clients and team members who wanted it all but didn't want to work for it. Wanted all the success but didn't want to do the work. And all that created was frustration for me because I'm like, you want more money, but you don't want to work for it. You want more happiness, but you're so happy staying angry at this person and that situation. You don't want to clear it. I was like, nah, I need to be more clear. All right, I don't need to work with women just in business because I attract women who aren't in business, but they're ambitious. They're hungry for growth. They would love to keep learning and evolving and create more for themselves. Be satisfied where they're at, but also keep growing and creating more because why not? And these women, like, what are the trigger points? You would ask yourself, what are the trigger points for your customer or your client? What triggers them? What would trigger them to come and need you, need your product, need your service, need the what, need that outcome that you've just established? So now you can get really clear on your client. And then your how. Now your how comes. Once you're clear on all those other three, how do you do it? You can write a list of all the different ways how. You might just have one product, you might have one service, you might have multiple. But now you know your how, and then you can find a way to summarize all of them. So mine right now, my simple summary, but I go into detail when I talk to people or on my website, so on and so forth. But my simple one-liner summary is my transformational and unique coaching experiences. And you know what? I could probably get that even down further, but right now that's how I wrap it up. So go play with that. Get this work done. Put the time into it. Create epic clarity in what it is you do, why it is you do it, who you're here to help, and all the ways how you do that. Because once you're clear on this, oh my gosh, then when you want to start implementing and selling and with selling the hows, you do it, like seriously, it makes it so much easier. You will attract in exactly what you need. So I know this has been a decent and a long episode, which of course there's a lot of this. This is the hard work, guys. It's simple stuff. It's hard work because you haven't done it yet. You've just got to put in the time. If you need help in this, like reach out, hit us up. I can help answer questions. I'm here for you. It's a process, but you've got to do it. If you're not clear on this, if you're like, oh no, that's too hard, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and then 6 months down the track, you feel like you've taken 2 steps forward, 10 steps back, or you feel like you haven't gotten anywhere, but you're doing all the things you should, guarantee is you haven't gotten really clear on what it is that what business you are in, why and who it is you're working with, and then how the different ways are. You'll get too caught up on trying to run all the house. And I'll finish off with this example. When I had one of my clients, and I'll share this because I know she won't mind this either, is she's the talent part of her business, right? I'll talk about this in another episode, the 3 archetypes in business. I think I have, but I'll go into depth next time. And she's a talent. She's like, oh, I've got my whiteboard with all the different things. I get this idea and how I want to do this and this idea and this idea. And I was like, babe, we need to get clear on what business you're in. Oh, I'm in the business of running this women's circle. I'm running this. I'm like, no. They're the hows. No wonder you feel so overwhelmed because you feel like you've got like 20 things on a list, 20 different hows. I'm like, that's not what business you're in, babe. You're trying to do everything, and that's why nothing is happening. So we got really clear. We went through this process, and it just literally, it's like it broke through that glass ceiling for her, and she gained epic clarity and confidence. And now she's like, cool, I now know what I do. Oh, it's so much easier to work one how at a time. And she's already implementing things off her list of her different hows. And she's like, right, that's not the right time for that. This will work here. And it's just like it all fell into place. And it was amazing. It's like big relief, a big sense of relief came over her. And I'm like, that's where you need to be in your business. So I hope this has helped. I hope this has given you some thoughts to think greater and implement some things in as you come into the new year. I know I'm having a baby, but I am still taking on clients. I still have space for clients. It's been working really well. And if you are interested in working with me, please reach out. After Bob arrives, my prices will go up. So if you are interested and you want to know, you can literally go to my Instagram and click on the link in the bio. And there's a book in a free call with me and just fill out the form and we can chat for free. No strings attached. Honestly, no strings attached at all. We just chat. I give you my time. I answer your questions. And then if you feel pulled to work with me, I would recommend it before my prices go up. If not, totally cool. I'm just here to serve the woman who wants the help, who wants to take action. And if that's you, reach out. If it's not, keep listening, enjoying all the free stuff, implement as much as you can, be as self-accountable as you can, because that's where your growth and your success will come from. So big loves to you. Enjoy. I'll talk to you. I'll be recording after Christmas and New Year's. So if I don't hear from you and you don't book in for a free call with me to have a chat, you'll hear my voice again after Christmas. So I hope you have the best holiday time filled with love and connection with your family and your friends, and you just get to relax and enjoy and take a load off and just be. So yeah, big loves to you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. It means the absolute world to me that you were able to do that. I really hope it added some value and inspiration into your day, into your life. Please leave a review. Please share on your socials or with your friends. I would absolutely love to have your help with this impact that we're making for empowering and inspiring ambitious women to get out of their own way, to have the tools, to have the strategies, to think greater, to evolve beyond their current issues and limitations. Like, we're all a part of this big journey together. So I really hope you enjoyed. Again, if you would love to check out my offerings, head to www.kimkent.com.au or check me out over on my Instagram, which is at kimkent 2_ in a row. And we can chat. I'd love to follow you back, and I'll chat to you on the next episode.